everybody, welcome back to Taji's World of Books and welcome to another book recommendation video. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and as these things generally go, I was trying to think up like, hey, what can I provide you guys with some new content? And I thought, I'm all in Mafia land right now, so why don't we do a recommendation video on the best top 10 Mafia romances. And I know that there are a number of other videos out there on this topic, so what I tried to do is try to give you some recommendations that are not on other people's TBR. Some of these you may have already heard about, some of which you've heard about from me, some I've read, some I've not read, so we're going to experience it all together. But these are recommendations that are dark and dirty and mafia laden, and so let's just get into it. Okay, so right now you guys know I'm all about, and I'm going to put everything over here, I'm all in the Bound by Blood books by Cora Reilly, and I am absolutely loving every book in this series. Is a 5 out of 5 star. It gives you everything. It gives you romance, it gives you dark, it gives you smut, it gives you like page turner, edge of your seat. These, I'm gonna call these candy, because you are just gonna eat them up like candy, like you just, they're so good. Every book follows a different character, but there is an ongoing backstory. So you get individual couples, and then you got ongoing backstory behind it. It's about the different outfits. You've got the outfit, which is the Chicago outfit. You've got the Familia, which is the New York outfit, and then you have the spin-off, which is the Camorra, the Las Vegas outfit, and it just gives you everything. And so if you're just looking for, you know, smut and romance and dark and alpha heroes, everything is like just wrapped up in a big package for you in the Bound by Blood series. The second books are the Kimura Chronicles, Cora Reilly. As I said, it is a spin-off from the Bound by Blood series, and these Camorra guys, Remo Falcone is like the head of it, and he is a sick and twisted fuck, but you're gonna love him, and you're gonna love everything about the overlap with these guys. You're gonna see some characters that are gonna get pulled in from the Bound by Blood, because as I said, there's this ongoing feud between the three factions, the Camorra, the outfit, and the Familia, and you're gonna see the people that you love, and so it just gives you everything and then some. So check out the Kimura Chronicles. Number 3, I'm gonna say, and I was trying to like toss between, I was like, do we want to get into like Russian mafia, or do we want to stay with like the Familia, like the traditional old school Italian mafia? But you know what, I'm just gonna go all over the place and say Kresley Cole, my girl, knows how to write a book like no other. The Professional, and The Professional is the first book in the series, and it's about Natalie and Sebastian. And Sebastian is like, goes in, and this is the Russian mafia. He basically tries to remove Natalie from their enemy's reaches, so he spirits her away into hiding, and so it's a captor-captive situation in the beginning, and he takes her to this opulent palace in Russia, and as things develop, they move on to the decadent playgrounds of Paris and to a palatial apartment. There's spice, there's danger, there's page turners. The two discover love, but they also discover their darkest fantasies come true. It gives you everything. Kresley Cole knows how to write a smutty scene like nobody's business, and The Professional is no different and no exception. Go ahead and check it out. You will not be disappointed. Number 4, Ruthless People by J.J. McAvoy. And I'm going to say that this is a romantic crime fiction that's set in modern day Chicago. It's going to follow the life and marriage of Melody and Liam, and it's, you know, rivals by blood and leaders through fear. It's going to give you depth and dark and dimension and smut and all of the things that we expect to receive in a mafia romance. You know, everybody that has read this has given this a 5 out of 5 star. This is something I have not read, but it is on my TBR, but I'm going to go ahead and provide that to you. The next 2 are both by Sempre or Brianne, and number 1 is Nero. And Nero, he is the king of legacy prep. He's living a life of power, and Elle is the school's punching bag, living a life of fear. So this is going to be a forced proximity. It's going to be a bully romance. The only good girl Nero knows jumps in his bed when he tells them to. The closest Elle has ever come to a bad boy through interaction in the cafeteria line. And so this is going to deliver in terms of bully romance, but it's Mafia nonetheless, because we are all into the Mafia dark romance, so you got to read it to check out why. But it is dark, 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 and it is going to give you all the feels in so many ways. The next book is Lucca. And Lucca, again, this is going to be a forced proximity. This is going to be a scarred hero. But interestingly enough, Chloe is scarred, who is the other interest in this book. She is scarred by her past. She learned very, very young that nightmares are truly real. And guess what? Is Lucca strong enough to claim her soul? He's waited long enough. So he's waited long enough to claim her soul, and he is, by golly, he's going to do it. He must first take her from the devil. So, little hint for you there. So go ahead and check out Lucca. And if you think Nero is bad, whoo, Lucca is going to take you to a whole nother place. Okay, so number 7 is Sempre, and that is by J.M. Darhower, and the next 2 books are going to be by J.M. Darhower. So in Sempre we have Haven, and she was basically taken as a slave, and she is isolated in the middle of the desert, and her days are filled with hard work and abuse. And all these books, remember, they're trigger warnings, right? So terrifying abuse. And then Carmine, born into a wealthy Mafia family, lived a life of privilege and excess. And then a twist of fate occurs that makes their worlds coalesce and collide, basically, and as a result, everything ensues from there. So again, this is going to be trigger warnings. It's going to be I'm dark for everyone but you. It's going to be steamy. It's going to be a page turner. It's going to be everything and then some, and you're going to go walk away like, oh, wow, whoa, wow. Okay, the next book is Menace. You've seen it. We know it. With a scarlet letter inked on her wrists and secrets buried deep in her soul, Morgan Myers is running from something and maybe someone. Lorenzo Gambini isn't quite sure, but we will sure find out in so many ways. And this book has reached the recommended list for so many people. It is on my TBR. I have not read it, but I think that I'm going to check it out because when I just was like, oh, I gotta get into it. So that's Menace. The next one, Targets on Our Back, J.M. Darhower. It shouldn't have been over. We shouldn't have been happy. But people are making it hard for me to live in peace. I've got so much blood on my hands, they'll never be clean. And somebody out there seems to want me to pay for it. So again, this is a forced proximity. This is a torture type situation. This is you're going to pay for the sins of the past, misunderstandings, miscommunications, broken heroes, dark souls. Everything is going to coalesce together in one thing into Targets on Our Back, and we're going to be in for the ride and in for it all the way. And then the last book on this list is Raze by Tillie Cole. I've mentioned it before. This is going to be a slave situation. This is going to be a torture, situation in which these characters were taken hostage, and as a result they escaped. But, working for her church, Kisa stumbles across a tattooed, scarred, but stunningly beautiful homeless man on a street. Something stirs feelings deep inside of her, yet it's impossible for her to acknowledge these forbidden desires. Raze is a broken hero. He was in a fighting ring. He went through a lot of trauma and a lot of difficulty and has escaped that situation, and then their paths collide, and as a result of that, things sort of ensue and develop from there. So that is my 10 dark recommendation, Mafia type recommendations. I hope that there is something a little bit different and new in these books, maybe that are not on other lists. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't, maybe you'll check it out. Please recommend in the comments below if you've read any of these books, what your thoughts are on them, or if you have other books that you just are burning, like, you guys, if you haven't read this, you absolutely should. Please put it in the comments below, because we all love dark romance. You're obviously here because we love Mafia romance, so put it in the description below and we can all share in this love that we have of these crazy twisted characters. Okay, you guys, so that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. You know that I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And please like and subscribe so you can come and hang out with me some more. I love seeing you guys and I love hearing from you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye!